need a behind the scenes show for the shit that happens in the green room. I swear.
Hey, we could do that.
Welcome
into recordings.
Welcome into the double FU. All right. I am Aaron St. Denis. Once again, I am bottom bitch down in the corner. Find me on Twitter at FF Mad Scientist. I've got SC at the PPR show next to me. Yeah, oh, I pointed the right way. Jesse at JMoeller05. I'm not tall enough. Jeremy Shulman at FF_Rebel. What the hell, Jesse? Jesse, you just changed your background mid-show?
Yeah, I had to put the Superflex mock background on. Like, we had to be, you got to be on top of our game here, folks.
That's it. Preparation is key.
Triggered my ADHD, dude.
I forgot the background had on. I was like, all right, let's fix this.
All right, so we are here once again. Can you zoom in on this a little, or let me see how this looks? Are we zoomed in enough? The board's all right. You're good. You're good. I'm not used to controlling the sleeper board, so.
Hold on, this is the startup one. We're doing the rookie one, right?
Oh, goodness gracious! All right, hold on.
God
damn it, dude, that's what I was asking earlier. Hold on.
I saw the 101, and I was like, wait, I don't have the 101.
That's bottom bitch energy right there.
You had one job. You had one job.
All right, hold on. Let me switch to this tab. There we go. I think we're in business now, folks.
Hey,
you betcha.
So you know we're real people and not AI people. We actually do make some mistakes here and there.
Speak for yourself. I'm not a real person.
He's augmented reality down in the bottom.
Yes, I am. I can't spell or read. That if that doesn't scream AI, I don't know what does. Have you seen some of the letters in Jesse's AI stuff?
It's beautiful. Let me tell you. When I run that through the algorithm, you know what comes up.
Let's get into it. I managed to share the correct screen.
Nice.
All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us. Oh, so we've got a few blank spots here. If anyone would like to switch their spot, do so now. Otherwise, shut the hell up. We are doing a 4-round rookie Superflex mock, our 7th. We are going to kick things off here with our first pick. Let's see who it is. This is always fun.
Hey. Whoa. Easy.
So here we are.
Anyway.
They're just auto picking wide receivers? Okay.
Yeah.
They just went Malik Neighbors. So it started Caleb Williams. Then the computer auto picked Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr. Then we had somebody join, and apparently he didn't wait around for us. So who the hell knows?
It's the truth.
It is our truth.
So I'm not mad at those top 3 picks. You know, it's some of them I think that's good. You know, Daniels and May still have some question marks for me. Caleb, you taking him 1. If you have quarterbacks, I have a league where I have Stroud and Lawrence, so I traded back to 3. I expect to get Marvin Harrison or Malik Neighbors there. So
I'm not going to lie here, SC. I kind of expect this guy to draft an IDP player and then say he realized this is the wrong draft. But that's just me and our truth wrestling reference. If you don't watch wrestling, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. But that's an our truth move if I ever see one. So we have an auto pick from our truth. It is probably a quarterback. It's Drake May, leaving Jesse on the board.
Oh, baby. So I would normally take quarterbacks here, right? So I would go with that. But the wide receivers are testing right now, and it's my time to shine on my boy Rome Odunze, who just ran 39-inch vertical, and I have officially decided to make him my wide receiver 2 over Malik Neighbors. I'm going for it. So, yeah, I'm getting Rome Odunze here. I would take quarterbacks, but we are riding hot, folks.
Nice.
Spicy
We're going spicy. We're going with him. I think he's a stud.
For that 4th pick, though, are we taking May over Daniels?
Not a chance in hell.
I'm taking Daniels. But there's a lot of risk people don't realize with Daniels, and he's basically Justin Fields with his sacks and like the amount of sacks he takes. It's really a problem with him. If he figures that out, I think he'll be a stud. But that's the one thing holding him back.
Even if, let's say, May goes 2 and Daniels slips to maybe outside the top 10 or bottom outside the top 5, you still take Daniels over May?
If May goes to Washington to work with Cliff Kingsbury. I mean, I'm not like hanging my hat on that one. That's for sure.
It's fair.
Well, they said they're not running the air raid offense there this year, so it'll be interesting to see what offense they do roll, since that's kind of Cliff's bread and butter. So I don't really know what they're doing in Washington. So at least he's got the skill players, and I think with Daniels, he's kind of just gonna get a ton of rushing yards. You have that floor, so I'd be fine taking all that.
I know what we're doing. Waiting out another auto pick where Jaden Daniels is finally taken at the 106, leaving the 107 to another auto pick.
Are we 107 would be me. Are we TEP
Same thing.
tight end premium or no?
Yes, tight end premium. Sorry, I was insinuating you were the auto pick.
It'll be Brock Bowers. I was
right. It was an auto pick.
I was considering JJ McCarthy, but he's just looking okay. It's going to depend what happens with him in draft capital.
You were not considering JJ McCarthy. You leave my JJ McCarthy alone.
So see, this is very hard here.
Bowers goes 7, Franklin 8, Brian Thomas Jr. at 9, SC on the clock at 10.
Sorry, I have a cat that's being crazy. But so I wanted 10 because this is kind of where your tier breaks, right? Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, right, we will go spicy here. Someone that really produced to me is going to be my RB1. So I'll go ahead and take the first RB off the board and Benson.
You motherfucker.
They sniped you so good.
No, I won't change it. So we have Benson 110, JJ McCarthy at the 111, leaving me in a spot I fucking hate.
Hey, take AD Mitchell, the guy that shined out today.
A couple of Texas guys right there.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I don't want Nix. I don't want Coleman. I don't want Corum. Worthy didn't run. That's disappointing. AD Mitchell is my pick.
There you go, baby.
I'm going to pause it briefly so we can recap. To end the first round, we had Caleb Williams, 101, Malik Neighbors, 102, 3 is Marvin Harrison Jr., 4 Drake May, 5 Rome Odunze, 6 Jaden Daniels, 7 Brock Bowers, 8 Troy Franklin, 9 Brian Thomas Jr., 10 is our first rookie who's climbed into the first round, Trey Benson, 11 JJ McCarthy, 12 Adonai Mitchell. Anything shocking there? I mean, aside from some of the stupid auto picks, we finally got a running back who did enough to get himself into the first round.
I think Odunze, I mean, if he comes out here and blows out this 40, like a 4.3 or so 4.4 at the very least, I think we could see him in the top 5 pick there.
Yeah, I think I've been on that train for a while. Like, he ran track. He's very fast. It doesn't always show up on his tape. Like, he's a long strider, so he doesn't seem as fast, but the guy flies. So I think he's going to have quite the day today.
We start with 5 quick picks to get us.
Ooh, Coleman, interesting.
We got Xavier Worthy, 201, Jatavian Sanders, 202, Bo Nix at 203, Keon Coleman at 204. And I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen the recap of all the combine drills because some are still going on. This second round does not look as enticing as it did yesterday. Hey, suddenly it's like I know this is typically the big thing here for me is this is where we were going on a run of running backs. I think I got 2 who I thought looked good. No, sorry, I have 2 who looked good in Lloyd and Benson, 2 who didn't do anything and kept pace, and then there was like 4 who fell off the bat for me. So
yeah, Marshawn Lloyd is way down the list. He's going to rise significantly on Steelers ADP. Yeah. Like I'll just take him here just because. Like you could take Brooks, but yeah, I'll happily take Lloyd right there. I think it's going to solidify with the combine and draft capital. Like we're going to see kind of the cheer shut off around 202.
Yeah.
Well, all things standard.
Marshawn Lloyd goes 205, Braylon Allen 206. So I think that's my top 3 for running backs. My next one would be who am I? Oh, Marshawn. Oh no, you took Lloyd. Oh, it's Jonathan
Brooks up there.
Jonathan Brooks. Yeah.
And I don't think Sanders is going that early. I mean, you know, what Benson and Theo Johnson did, I just don't think Sanders is going that early. And Coleman, I think, is going further back too.
There's a guy down the list at the bottom, Lloyd or Ladd McConkey. Sorry, he's had a good day so far. He's going to be
right here.
Yep,
I'm going to pick him because that's exactly who I was going to take. He should not fall this far. He will not fall this far again. I think the 2 Texas guys are going to rise into the 8 to 11 range. And Ladd is going to be probably that 111, 112 consensus when it's all said and done.
This is the farthest we've seen Jesse let Bucky Irving get. But so we have McConkey 207, Blake Corum 208, who I don't like more than Jonathan Brooks, who went 209. 210 is SC on the clock.
Yeah, this is getting crazy. Yeah, because the second round is where you wanted the running backs, right? But no one really pops out here. Quarterback 210. I'm looking at Penix here. That's the one that's really good. I'm also came back. Leggett also popped out as well. In the tight end premium, though, I mean, if he's here,
It's a family show, though, so if you'd stop looking at your Penix on air, I'd appreciate it.
You know what? I love my Penix, though, so I'll get him there. I mean, 210, I don't think that's bad about him. You know, again, super flex leagues, you know, you want to grab your quarterbacks, and I feel that's fair value for him there. So
personally, I think your Penix is up way too high.
Big Penix energy, folks. Big Penix energy.
We're just going to fucking drill this right into the ground. Hey, boy. All right. Now, Penix goes 210. Penix goes 210. Now you got me fucking doing it. Malachi Corley at 211. I don't know where I want to go anymore. It's like Tez Walker, no. Will Shipley, no. Irving, Polk, McMillan has got to be down here somewhere. Estime, I don't want. Like, I feel like McMillan, I don't know what Roman Wilson did. I've seen nothing of what the wide receivers have done so far because we've been on air the whole time.
Vibes pick, baby. Vibes pick.
Who is Roman Wilson?
No, I'm saying just take your vibes pick. If you don't know, like, just go with it.
I know Anais Smith, they found a foot fracture, I believe, in his draft medical. Not good. What the fuck?
You ran out of time.
Yeah. Well, you're going to pause it anyway, right? To recap.
I didn't realize I was I forgot we don't normally do it on the clock. So I forgot we actually had a fucking, now I got to pause it and take it away. It really wants me to take Will Shipley.
Shipley didn't do anything, right?
He's at the combine. I don't know if he tested or not. I didn't see any numbers, but he is one of the more complete backs in this class. So it's not bad to getting him at the 212. Honestly,
I don't love this. This draft got a lot shallower, and we haven't even seen draft capital. I'm gonna just take a flyer here on McMillan.
My guy.
I don't.
Heartbreak. 808 is a heartbreak, baby.
One sec. So I'm gonna recap that. Where the hell's McMillan? Oh, there he is. Oops, I just missed it. Okay, 201 Xavier Worthy. 2 is Jatavian Sanders. 3 Bo Nix. 4 Keon Coleman. 5 Marshawn Lloyd. 6 Braylon Allen. 7 Ladd McConkey. 8 Blake Corum. 9 Jonathan Brooks. 10 SC plays with his Penix. 11 Malachi Corley. And 12 McMillan. Next up, we are on the clock at the 301.
So who was the best pick in that second round there?
You guys talked 1 sec.
I feel like it was Ladd. I feel you getting Ladd at 207. I don't think he lasts that long. So I mean, I think
he's not.
No way.
That was. Yeah. I think he's top 4 in the second round probably. So I think that's a great pick there.
Yeah, I think Marshawn Lloyd as well. He's going to rise too. He'll be an much earlier second round, if not creep into the back end of the first, because I do think he's probably RB2, RB3 at worst.
Yeah, I like the 209, 210 picks. The Jonathan Brooks 209, he's getting slept on, and then you getting Penix because of all the quarterbacks, he could be the guy that like falls in a late first round range, and you get him there. Like that's just a steal. That's just free value.
And then with I think the 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, switch those with 2.3, 2.2, and 2.4. Like rotate those picks. I think those guys go before them right there.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I still like all wide receivers on the board. So like, this is what we talked about with this class. Like the wide receivers are really shining through at the moment right now.
Robin, Shipley, Bucky. I think, the wide receivers, we're going to see a lot of them come out with their speed. The running backs, these draft capital is going to be huge for them as far as what we take them. Like, I think Benson Lloyd came out, Bucky, draft capital. If he slips into that late 5th or 6th round because of being a little slower than what you thought, that's going to hurt him a lot. But, again, being in the 3rd round now, that becomes a steal. So
there goes Jalen Wright, who I was just looking on the list of guys.
I wish I had scrolled down the board because I forgot Jalen Wright existed, and having seen that, I wish I had taken Jalen Wright.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on this guy for a long time, Ricky Pearsall, and he's done nothing to really change my thought process on him. So getting him at 3.5, like I think that's a steal. I expect him to go around 2 and just be a productive NFL wide receiver. So getting him right here, like I'll happily take the value on that.
Yeah.
Fontes, nice.
Tez, that's fine. I think that's good. That's probably where he's going. There's a lot of wide receivers here. We were talking about the running backs. I'm not really enamored with any of them. You could go with the wide receivers, but I'm going to go ahead and take my tight end to Ben Sinnott.
And then double quarterback at Pratt and Rattler after you comes back to me. Man, I'm really between Davis because I feel this is fair value for him. Estime's off for me now. Someone that didn't get invited to the combine that you need on your radar is Blake Watson out of Memphis. Memphis produces running backs, so that's someone to be watching out for the pro day. Because I got Benson in the first, though, I'm probably going to go with the wide receiver here. And I mean, Leggett, if I'm not mistaken.
Him or Polk are good value.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Xavier Leggett there is someone you can take. I think he ran a 4.39, so has that speed, has some good size. You know, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's recap. 301, we have Roman Wilson. 2 is Will Shipley. 3 is Bucky Irving. 4, Jalen Wright, who is a great value with those guys going in front of him. 5, Ricky Pearsall. 6, Devontae Walker. 7, Sanat, who is much better value. 15 picks later than JT Sanders. Michael Pratt at 308. Spencer Rattler at 9. Xavier Leggett 310. Ray Davis 311 with me on the clock at 312. I'm going to scroll down a bit here, but Jalen Polk, who I'm not all that high on, looks to be the easy pick here.
Or Theo Johnson, tight end premium.
Yeah, if you want to go that, I could.
I'm not all that thrilled. Like, I get he had a good combine. He has he has 900 yards in 4 years of college. I'm not all that high on him.
But you got to think with tight ends in college, not very many get tons of production, right? So
I'm a big believer in the just pick up your tight end off of waiver wire. I don't love using picks on him. I would have taken Sanat if he had gotten here. I think I'll wait if Theo gets back to me. I don't mind it. I am going to go with, I also don't mind Dylan Lobby. I'm going to go with Jalen Polk. I just got to resume this. So Polk caps out the 3rd round for me. We are back going. Oops. Why did I not select? There we go. Started the 4th round here. Let's see what we've got next. I'll tell you, I realize it's only the Underwear Olympics and it means essentially nothing, but this Superflex draft got a lot uglier in a quick hurry because I used to say, man, it's so deep, but now like there's got to be a solid 12 players who I thought were 2nd or 3rd round players who look like they may have died a quick death today or this weekend.
Yeah,
so.
It's coming to fruition what we thought this draft was always about. It's the wide receiver depth and the wide receivers. Like we get to those running backs, there's only a handful of guys. The tight ends, there's a lot of question marks profile. There's a guy who I really like who actually just ran a 4.38 40. Who if you know him, I'm going to take here the next pick. Like I think you'll understand. It's Jacob Cowing. Dude's like he's just a producer. He's been good. I get it. He's small. We get these Tank Dell vibes, but like he's just a good slot wide receiver at the NFL level. So in the 4th round, like that's not going to happen anymore because of what he's doing at the combine. But like I'll take the value right there for sure.
And the computer's throwing darts here. We have at the 401 Malik Washington, Joe Milton, Theo Johnson finally goes, Jordan Travis, Jacob Cowing, Cade Stover, who looked pretty good. I don't know if he looked great, but all around average. And that brings Jeremy back up on the clock. Thankfully, Theo went because if Theo hadn't gone, I'm pretty sure Jeremy's drafting his 3rd tight end of the
Listen, you got to take the value that presents itself on the board, right? Look.
Yeah, well, tight end premium doesn't mean you can only draft tight ends.
No, but it does mean I'm going to have the top 2 tight ends in the draft class if Sanat falls to the 3rd round. But look, here in the 4th round, you could take someone like Dylan Lobby and hope he grows into that pass catching role out of the backfield. You could take someone like Jaheim Bell or even Jamari Thrash. But I am going to go with pedigree here, and I'm going to select a McCaffrey who had a pretty good day today at the combine.
Do you think that the sleeper AI knows that Estime was terrible today because it's avoiding him as the auto pick?
The AI doesn't even want to take him.
Sleeper bots don't even want him. So Jeremy takes Luke McCaffrey at 7. Jaheim Bell goes 8. AJ Barno goes 9. Holy tight end premium. That's 4 tight ends in this round. SC's up on the clock at 10, and I'm wondering if my new guy is going to fall to me or if SC's finally going to say screw it and take Estime. Who you got, SC?
No, I'm not taking Estime. I'm looking at Watson, Vidal, but someone that we haven't seen this at the combine quite yet, but also I think is going to be a pick or around ahead in round 3 is going to be Brendan Rice. I mean, I think that's hard to pass on him there. I was also looking at Anthony Gold, but he's not on sleeper board too. That's another guy that's kind of pop off a little bit more of a Jacob Cowing, just slot guy, just has that speed, a little less of the size, but I think Brendan Rice is going to pop out. So if he falls to the 4th for you, I think that's solid.
SC takes Brendan Rice at 10. The AI takes the 5th tight end of the round with Eric All at 11, which means Dylan Lobby is going to go undrafted here, despite having a decent pro day. Estime's going to go undrafted.
The Albatross is going undrafted. Johnny Wilson.
That's the guy. He's going to be a lot higher. Like he's showed out today. He has the longest wingspan. He had a good vert. Like he did everything you needed him to do.
I don't want to make my pick because if I do, it's going to get rid of the board so we can't see. So Estime, Jermaine Burton, Johnny Wilson, they're all going to go undrafted, as is Dylan Locke, Jamari Thrash, Dallin Holker's going to go undrafted, Jace McLennan, Frank Gore. All of these guys are going undrafted. Isaiah Davis, where's my guy?
Javon Baker was someone that 4.5 that hurt him, because I feel he had a very good tape. But the combine results just kind of puts him down a bit.
Scroll down to 640. You see the guy that had like maybe the greatest combine of all time today.
Oh, you're not, because he just got picked.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I was gonna say bring him up. Yeah.
Isaac Guernado out of Louisville with the 4.33 today, the fastest of the weekend. I said he was going to get drafted in this draft. I was right. I mean, 100%. I had to do it at 4.12, but
I think
that's right.
I think that's where you're going to get him, though, right? Back in the fourth. I know let's we all go back and watch this tape and we're like, oh shit, we really missed on this guy, right? But I think the fourth is great value there, and reason why for my dynasty leagues I say have at least 5-6 rounds because it goes so deep. Plus, you got to think in a lot of these rookie drafts, chances are you have some vets in there, guys that are on your waiver, so you still have plenty of guys that can be on the board. And with these 5th or 6th rounds, you take it. I mean, you just mentioned at least 5 of them that are still on the board. So
we have 10 quarterbacks and 8 tight ends selected. I love sleeper bots. They are always fun.
They're so nice. They make the draft a little better for us. But yeah, I'm 100% with you. There's always guys. And when you get to this 4th, 5th round range, feel free to take shots at the running backs because it's so much easier for them to gain value compared to their positions, unless you're 100% set on a guy. Like if you have a guy like I had Jacob Cowling in the 4th round, cool, take your guy. But if you're unsure, take a stab at a super athletic running back because they can get on the field and immediately increase value better than almost anybody.
The 3rd round, I like Roman Wilson, Jalen Wright, Ben Sinnott, and Jalen Polk there. As far as the 4th round, I really like Theo Johnson, Cowing, Guernado, Brendan Rice. 2nd round's kind of messy for me. 2nd round is the spot where I think a lot of the players that were drafted, like the top 4, I guess I don't mind Worthy. Didn't really want Sanders, didn't want Nix, didn't want Coleman. I like 3 of the 4 running backs taken. I don't like Corum there. I like Lloyd, Allen, Brooks. McConkey's good. I don't think he goes that late. Penix, that's a tough spot. I think I would have taken Penix over Nix, but I don't really know. They're both the same for me. And I like
Corum dropped on your board, yeah?
What?
Corum dropped on your board?
Well, he was already my RB 3 or 4. I think he's still 4. I have Benson, Brooks, Allen, Lloyd. What's that? So he's 5 for me now. So I think Lloyd passed him, so he dropped down to 5 for me. Oh, you know what? He might even be 6 because Jalen Wright is dangerously close to him, but he's 5 or 6 for me, but he was already 3 or 4 at best. So yeah, not a great weekend for me. What stands out to you guys?
It's all over the place with ADPs. They're going to dramatically change. Like with Corum, we're talking about. If I'm doing just like looking at ADP right now, I'd probably have him at that 212 to 302 range, just like eyeballing it with the players. So like we're seeing all this in flux, and you're seeing all these values change in real time. So it's going to be a lot different. Like it's already looks dramatically different from what we said last week.
You'll even see a bigger change in wide receiver. Like the running backs, it took effect here, but the wide receivers are still going while we're doing this. So some guys who went are going to go way lower. There's bound to be a riser that we haven't seen at the time of this show. So that's I wouldn't trust the wide receivers here, but it's interesting to see. Like I said, I think Sanders, if that isn't a bot, Sanders goes in the 3rd round. I don't think we have a 2nd round tight end right now.
Agree.
I think maybe Ben Sinnott at the end, possibly end the 2nd round if you really need it. In the tight end premium, that is, right? Because you get that little bit of extra. But I also think with these guys, if you have, let's say you have running backs, because they're so like fair right now, they're not necessarily anything eye-popping crazy. If you have one of those early seconds and you need wide receivers, trade back to get a couple more picks because the wide receiver class should be a little bit deeper, so you can do that. Of course, you can try to get one of your elite guys like your Worthy up there, or maybe even Ladd there. But if you have that 2-3, 2-4, trade back, get some more capital to get more wide receivers, or try to get an established wide receiver there. So
it's interesting that we were having like 6 or 7 running backs going in the 2nd round because of the combine. We see one push himself up, but then basically 2 or 3 fell right out. Like Estime fell right off, Bucky fell around, Shipley fell around, Corum I think is going to fall around. So you're going to end up with one at the tail end of the round 1 and then I think you're only going to have 3 or 4. So running back got even thinner, I think. Sorry, what were you going to say, Jeremy?
Well, I was going to say, even guys, the wide receivers, they're fluctuating depending on what they're doing today. And we saw Brian Thomas here picked at the 109. He just ran a 4.34 40 and tied A.D. Mitchell for the fastest of the day among wide receivers. So that's going to keep him probably playing in the first round.
4.34.
Yeah, Mitchell's just they both showed out today. Like they did a lot of good, both of those guys. I'm excited to see Worthy because he's probably gonna run faster, but
yes,
we'll see.
All right, well that concludes our latest 4-round rookie mock draft 7.0. Check the website. I think there'll be a full write-up at some point on fantasyfootballuniverse.com. Check back tomorrow. We'll continue on with our rookie sneak peek series. Also got the Risers and Fallers for Dynasty series going. SC, I think, do you start your series next week? Are you doing the PPR show next week? Or
not next week, the following week. We're gonna have that every other Tuesday. March 5th, starting Tuesday, I have the O coming out with CFB Nation, but then every other Tuesday, Fantasy Football Universe is bringing back the PPR show. So let's get it.
Sounds good. So check back tomorrow, see what's next. I'm not sure. I know we're going to do a breakdown of the quarterback wide receivers at some point. I don't know if we're going to get on later tonight and do that tomorrow. It all depends on how late this thing goes. I hate doing it until it's done. So check back for that. We'll get that. That'll probably be the next thing out one way or another. For Aaron, SC, Jesse, and Jeremy, thank you all for tuning into the Fantasy Football Universe. We'll see you next time.